Taking video of you guys. Okay.
Welcome. Today we're talking about turning social media from a must-do into a get-to with our North Point apartments. What had me thinking about social media was the very first thing I did when I started looking into a place to live was look at Rexburg apartments social media. So I looked at Nauvoo, North Point, Cove, different ones, just to kind of see how they interacted with residents or how they interacted with the community, and just kind of seeing the vibe with all of the different social medias. And I saw, different ones had different things, and I really liked the Cove and North Point, and I actually chose to live somewhere that I found through social media. And that's kind of what's happening all over the world. Companies are now using social media instead of billboards and advertisements through TV and the radio. They're using social media just on our phones, which is for the most part free and is a great advertisement for all different kinds of businesses, even for apartments. So, social media, there's tons of different kinds of platforms. There's Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many different ones. But you want to make sure you're going towards the right platform, putting the energy in the right platform for the right people. We can figure this out through demographics. The demographics tell us that Instagram is 75% of US users are 18 to 24 years old, which is exactly the age of North Point apartment residents usually, as well as TikTok, 25%, which is great as well. So you can, if you would like, look at Instagram and TikTok, or you can just focus on Instagram because we know most people here at BYUI have Instagram and they use Instagram. So there's 3 different types of content that we use. Carousels, which is Instagram's current favorite because it increases engagement. It goes straight to your followers on their feed, but it also is pushed out towards other people. And it is great for engagement. It is a one post with a bunch of different pictures on it. There's also Reels and TikTok videos. These are just videos that are great for reach and engagement because instead of going just to your followers, it is pushed out towards people that don't follow you or people that are looking into BYUI or Rexburg or other things that's common with or shares a common SEO or keywords. And it usually actually doesn't go to many of your followers. It mostly goes to people outside of your followers. And then single post, which is not as much reach, but it is great for followers because it is going straight to your followers' feed. And it just increases engagement and is a reminder for people who follow you. The last is stories. There's tons of different types of stories, but stories are really big right now on Instagram, and businesses are really learning how to use them because it is the first thing you see on Instagram. Is the first little bubble that pops up, and they're up for 24 hours, and you can do tons of different things with them. Here is a list of different ideas. You can do like short videos of apartments, tips or tricks, especially for residents moving in or out for the very first time. Encouraging quotes, which is great for college. Q&As, the day in the life of a college student. Instagram polls, which polls are really great because it gets people to engage with you. And people love to give their opinion, especially giving their opinion to businesses. Rexburg events, especially because we're right here in the middle of Rexburg, and upcoming information, of course. So social media doesn't have to be a 20-hour week project. It doesn't have to be something you post every single day. It is something you make to work for your own business or for your own profile. Really following the trends to connect with the youth is the biggest thing that you can focus on. Single photos is something you can create in a batch, is what we call a batch of a bunch of photos that you can take at one time, one day, and use for months. You can do apartment decoration, furniture, supplies, anything that you can think of that you might want to post. As well as Canva or Pexel.com, and there's different ones, but Pexel.com is the one I use most of the time, and these are free pictures and videos that you can get online that you can use on your own social media without copyright. And it is kind of fast and easy, and sometimes you can find really great videos that it's exactly what you're looking for. And then as well as videos that you can put together, 2-second small videos to create one reel. I included this because this is really big on Instagram right now. Reels are finding that 2-second videos that change in one video length is really great for people's attention span. It keeps people engaged and reading what you have to say. And then of course testimonials and client stories, because people love people and people want to know what other people love. And we trust people, not always businesses, but we trust people. Hashtags was a really big thing in the early 2000s for Instagram. It was everywhere, but now Instagram is actually turning into a Google search engine. They're using SEO words and keywords instead of hashtags. So it's not as much guess and choose for Instagram. It's really using your location and SEO words to find customers and reach certain audiences. SEO words are search engine optimization, and keywords are basically the same thing. SEO we usually find as sentences like student housing near BYUI. There's a long list I put together. Close to BYU on campus, fully furnished apartments, study-friendly spaces. Keywords would just be like BYUI, campus, religion, like different things like that. Those are keywords that Instagram will kind of clump together, and whoever is looking for those keywords or is often reading about those keywords, they push your stuff towards them as well. So using your location and what your business is about, so like apartment, living, is really important, and including in your videos, your pictures, and your captions, because those SEO words and sentences will be pushed towards customers that you are looking for, people that are looking for places to live. This is kind of the formula for making a caption. Captions are also really being pushed right now on Instagram. Start by showing your personality with a hook, highlight unique features, keep it conversational, and always end with a call to action. Of course, there's follow, call, and like, but there's also different things that you can do to get people engaged, especially residents, giving them your opinions or things that they can offer you or you can offer them. And captions are really where you can highlight your SEO and keywords, really nailing in the parts of we're close to campus, different features that you really want people to know and to get out and about and reach other people, your potential buyers, basically. So while thinking about what students want, I also thought about parents, because a lot of students I know, their parents are who chose where they were going to live, and they are the ones paying. And so it's also important to create awareness and highlight different things that you think parents will particularly like. Some things were proximity to campus, because they don't have to bring up a car. We are right by so many different things that so many different businesses that kids can get jobs for, and it's really close to campus, so you don't have to have a car to drive every single day. There's also social spaces for your kids to take part in fun and wholesome activities. Resident highlights, local areas, affordable living, and safety and security. That's a big one for parents as well. There's also different ways to create fun engagement with resident contests, polls and questions, giveaways and contests, and if you are interested in pet-friendly content as well. So here are some different social media posts that I found online from different complexes or student complexes all around the country. Some of them are just posts, some of them are carousels, and this one is a reel. I like these posts because it kind of just touches on what things we've already talked about, like security measures on campus, being close to class. This one is a carousel, like what they don't tell you about living in student hall. You could always do what they don't tell you about living at North Point Apartments. And then this reel is really fun because it's why I live at CT, which I don't know what that stands for, but then it shows in a bunch of different clips, like fun things that people have done where they're living. and it kind of makes you want to live there just because you see so many people having so much fun. I also took the liberty to kind of make some social media posts of my own. This one is a story that you could put up on your Instagram. It kind of warns people about winter, gets them thinking about renewing their lease, if they have everything ready for winter. There's also contests that you can do, spring door decorating contests, getting people to work together as roommates and as a floor maybe, and even just kind of something people can engage with the community with. And then the last one is just a carousel that highlights something that's really kind of unique for North Point. Our amenities are, what makes our amenities stand out, and then swipe for proof. This one's great just because you can showcase what you think is really special about North Point, something that not every other housing complex has. Those are the 3 that I have, and I really hope that you can take this and use this